Hello friends, what's up? This is Ron here. Welcome back to another Punishing Grey Raven video. And in today's video guys, I'm going to show you how did I set up my controller to play Punishing Grey Raven on PC or laptop. And first let me just show you what type of controller I'm currently using. I'm using this type of normal controller. It is not from any particularly famous brand. It just cost me I think 35 euro. I bought it from Amazon, but still it works fine. The most important part is this controller has a lot of buttons, and there are 3 different joysticks to control the movements and camera angles and stuff like that. And also there are some extra buttons, as you can see, and the another angle, as you can see, there are buttons even in the back side. So this is nothing really special, just I wanted to show you so you can understand what type of buttons I'm going to talk about when I'm going to map the controller. So first let's just go to the settings section, and we'll move to the button position, and there are different 3 tabs: UI layout, keyboard keys, and controller buttons. If you are playing this game or using your mouse and keyboard, which is kind of difficult in my opinion to play this type of games where you have to make a lot of movements, but even still if you are playing, then this is going to be the section where you need to do your keyboard setting. I think by default the game has done already a decent setting for the keyboard, so you don't have to worry, just go ahead and play. However, if you are someone like me who would like to use some controllers, so let's go to this section, the controller buttons. And here there are 2 types of buttons: Xbox buttons and PS5 buttons. So if you are using a controller from PS5, then you should work on these sections and map your controllers accordingly. However, I am using a normal controller which is compared to Xbox buttons, so I'm going to edit these buttons, and I think this is the most common version for any controller. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to reset the existing setup. I already did setup once, but I don't like it, so let me just reset this one by one by tapping in this refreshing key. I will not touch this angle sensitivity. This is just the default setting that is that came with the game setup, so I will not touch it. I will just set up these manual keys so I can add these keys in a fresh, in a decent way. So I just removed all the pre-configured moves. Now I'm going to set up this controller from the scratch. And first of all, this is going to be character movement: forward, backward, left, and right. This is basically whenever you move your characters forward or left, this is the movement of the character, not the movement of the camera. So we can easily select with any of this preferable joysticks, and I'm just going to set it with the left joystick. So tap on the first one and move forward with the joystick, and it will be automatically recorded. Then tap on the second one, once again move the joystick backwards, and it is copied. In this way, left, and once again right. So our movement is completed. So only the first section we have completed, and there is a lot of buttons, so I advise you to, whenever you are done with one section, press on the save button so your progress is, or whatever changes you made is saved, so you don't lose them. So we move on to the next section, and this is going to be the camera angle, the movement of the camera angle. And honestly, this section you will not use this camera movement too much unless there is a dire necessity. So I would suggest you to do this with this right joystick, because your right hand will be usually busy with pressing the buttons. So in rare cases, if you need this camera movement thing, you can do it with the right joystick. So I'm going to do the setup with the right joystick. So I just added this camera movement in my right joystick: up, down, left, and right. Restore to default. We don't have to do anything. Let's just save on the progress. Next, we move on to the most important section, guys. This is going to be the combat settings, and you can see attack, dodge, attack rapid fire, and signature move. And attack is going to be the basic attack. Dodge is going to be the dodge. You already know, nothing really needed to be explained. And attack rapid fire is going to be a combo basic attack, a combination of a couple of basic attack that I saw. I was not familiar with this one previously. Signature move is going to be the signature move. There can be multiple signature move in any character, so you don't have to have separate buttons for signature move. So let's start with the attack button, and attack button is going to be the basic attack. And as you guys know that basic attack is kind of very important in punishing Grey Raven, so I would like to place this basic attack on a very prominent button. I would say the yellow button that you can see, the button that says with Y in yellow color. I'm going to set that button to the basic attack. Now I'll set the dodge. Dodge is once again a very important thing, so I would like to keep it in a very prominent position, button B, or the red colored button that you saw in my controller's photo. Next comes attack rapid fire. This one actually I don't use so much until now, because so far I'm playing with Bianca Stigmata, and I don't really use much of this attack rapid fire. So I'm going to set this up with a less prominent button. I just set it up with a less prominent button, and in this photo, as you can see, the button that called back button, I just set it that. But probably if needed, I will definitely change. And the basic thing is, guys, don't consider this guide as an ultimate guide. Just try to set up with this setting. If it works for you, then you keep playing. If it doesn't work for you, then definitely feel free to change. It doesn't really matter, because it depends on personal preferences, guys. The most important thing is which setup gives you the most amount of comfort and ease. So we are done with the first section of combat setting. Let me press save and proceed further with the next section of combat setting, and this one will include important moves like signature move, QTE1, QTE2, cup skill, and lock on. And among them, of course, the first three are going to be the most important ones. For signature move, I'm going to do a setting of a right joystick down. That means when I'm going to press my right joystick down, it is going to do the signature move. So let me just add it, and it has been added. And as you can see in my screen, there are multiple joysticks, and I did the setting on the right joystick, because if you push down the right joystick, it is going to do an action as well. So this is really cool. Next comes very important section, switching of QTE1 and QTE2. And I would like to keep these two things on my right hand, because I'm a person who does things better with the right hand. I'm more active with that. So I'll be just keeping this with the right trigger and right bumper button respectively. If you don't understand what I mean, you can see in the image there are a button called RB, that is right bumper, and RT, that is right trigger. Next comes cup skill. I don't really use cup skill too much, but still let's just add it with the left joystick down. Alright. And next comes lock on and cancel lock on. I don't really care about these two options much. I think I have better settings that I should be worried about. This is going to be the skill orbs. You will need a lot of buttons for the skill orbs, because usually there is a bunch of orbs, and up to I think 7 or number 8. So I'm not going to waste more buttons in this lock on or cancel lock on. I would straight move on to the skill orb setting. And for the first orb, I would like to use the X button, that is the blue button. And for the second orb, green button or the A button. For skill orb number 3, I'm going to use the bumper of the left side, that's the left LB. And skill number 4 or orb number 4, left trigger, that is left LT. So we are done with the mapping of the first 4 set of orbs. Then there are still 4 more left, guys. Let's go. We need more buttons. And honestly, guys, there is not much enough buttons available to set these orbs, because there are 4 more orbs that I need to set. So what I'm doing is I'm setting them on a joystick. The joystick that you see on the middle of the screen, there are 3 joysticks in my controller, and there is a joystick on the middle, the short one. So I just used the joystick on the middle to set up my remaining orbs number 5, 6, 7 and 8. And as you can see in my screen, Let me just show you and make you understand with an image of a watch. If you imagine skill number 5, orb number 5 at 6 a.m., then orb number 6 is going to be at 9 a.m., orb number 7 is going to be at 12 a.m., and orb number 8 is going to be at 3 p.m. So this is how I set up my orbs in clockwise, so I don't really forget them, because 5, 6, 7, 8 and clockwise it will be easy for me to remember. So next we move forward to some other settings: special interactions, interact, continue, skip and pause. I don't really think that you need to set up this, because you have already set up the main settings, that is the combat and camera control setting, and your QT and attack, dodge, everything. That's enough for you to enjoy the game to the fullest and play each and every game mode. So I hope this tutorial was useful to you. Let me know if you have any more tips about this thing. If you have any better idea, I would love to hear about them, and I would love to improve my controller as well. So I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.